Olá meninos, Senhora Cria here. In today's lesson, we're going to learn about o pretérito perfeito, which is the preterite tense. The preterite tense describes a completed past action. This is something sort of new to us, but we're still using some prior knowledge, which is conjugating verbs. So previously, we have conjugated tons and tons and tons of verbs in the previous years, in the singular form, in the plural form as well, but in the present tense. Now, we're going to be focusing on an action that was already completed. And we're going to learn about that all in today's lesson. All right, guys, so I'm going to quickly explain here the appropriate endings for the preterite tense of the AR, ER, and IR regular verbs. So in order to form the preterite of these regular verbs, you need to remove the ending, the AR, the ER, and the IR. And you keep the stem, that stays the same, and then you just add the appropriate ending. And that's what we're going to learn here. So let's look at these three. We have an example of each verb, AR verb, an ER verb, and an IR verb. Desenhar, to draw, cozer, to sew, and vestir, to wear or put on. So let's go to the subject pronoun eu, which is I, right? For eu, AR, you notice that they add an EI at the end. For the ER and the IR verb, they both add just an I at the end, okay? Going down to tu desenhaste, see the stem there? The stems are in red. They took the AR, ER, and IR verb endings. And notice this pattern, haste, este, iste. It's all the STE, but with that verb, that vowel there, the AR, the A vowel, the E vowel, and the I. They put that with the STE. Okay? Move down to ele, ela, você. Desenhou, it's an OU that they add for the AR verb, an EU that they add for the ER verb, and an IU for the IR verb. So the EI, the ER verb and the IR verb are probably going to be the easiest ones to remember. AR kind of goes off a little bit on the OU instead of AU. Okay. Nós desenhamos, nós cozemos, nós vestimos. Notice how it is the same vowel with the MOS at the end. And now this is the same form as the present tense as well, if you notice that. Okay, so that one has a pattern. It's pretty much easy to remember as well as the este one, and aste, iste, iste. Okay, I'm gonna skip over vós because we don't do that one. Here at the bottom, eles, elas, vocês. Okay. Notice it's in the infinitive form, just adding that AM, and AM at the end, okay? Eles desenharam. Eles cozeram. Eles vestiram. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get into verbs that end in CAR and GAR. So what you need to do is, because you need to maintain that sound, like it explains here, maintain the same sound. Before the E, the C changes to QU, and the G changes to GU in the eu form. So that's only for the subject pronoun eu, okay? You're going to keep that ending, but you need to make these changes. So what you need to do is brincar, you drop that C, and it changes to a QU, and then you're still adding that EI ending, okay? So that's that one. Same thing here, tocar, you are taking out that C and putting in a QU, and then adding that EI ending, okay? Pagar and jogar, they are ones that have the G in it, so you need to add the U after the G, and then it's that EI ending there, okay? So it's just a matter of kind of getting used to this and practicing this. I'm going to link these notes for you within the lesson. That way, when you're practicing it, you can refer back to this chart, because I don't expect you guys to remember this all on the first day, because there's a lot to it. So here's a snapshot of all of the verb conjugations of the preterite tense that we reviewed in today's lesson. I encourage you to pause this video and write down these verb conjugations. That way you practice them more. I know that was a lot of new verb conjugations for one day. Just feel free to look back at your notes to be able to complete today's lesson. You will need that. I don't expect you guys to remember all of these verb conjugations in one day. So, either write them down or look at the picture of the notes that I have included within today's lesson, and use that to plug in the correct verb conjugation, the correct verb tense, to describe a completed action, to put it in the preterite tense. So I just suggest you guys to write those down, make flashcards out of them, make a Quizlet, practice saying it out loud. The more you practice, the more you study, the easier it will get. For now, use your notes, study, practice. It'll get easier. You got this. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Adeus.